So 2025 is an exciting year for video games. I think there's going to be a lot of great games that come out this year. And I made a list of games that I'm really hyped for. I want to talk about. Hopefully, some of these games that I go over, you're excited for as well. Let me know. But elephant in the room, GTA 6. Do you think that game is going to release this year in 2025, or do you think it's going to get delayed? I don't know, man. This one is looking a little spooky. We haven't seen a trailer for a long time now. I think I was following the whole the conspiracies behind the date 27th and all that stuff. That was kind of fun to follow. It does suck that we didn't get a trailer, even though it looked like all those things were shaping up to be true, but it's a bummer. We haven't seen anything. And something tells me it's going to get delayed just because I feel like why would they release another trailer, get everybody excited, and then come out with, hey, we're delaying the game, right? So that's kind of my prediction is like there's going to be a delay announcement soon, and they don't want to release another trailer before that announcement. I don't know. I could be wrong here, and I hope I'm wrong. And I hope that this game releases this year. But I do want them to release the game in the best way possible. And this is Rockstar. I know they will. But let me know. I'd love to hear from you. You think it's going to get released this year or not? But jumping into the list that I am excited for. Now, there's going to be a lot of games. I'm not going to be able to touch every single one of them. But these are kind of the games that stood out to me the most. And the first game that I want to talk about is Skate. Now, Skate 4, which is called Skate now, is going to be like open world, shared world, kind of, huge emphasis on like playing with other people and free to play and all these things. Some of these things that I'm listening to seems a little scary just because for me, I just want to play a skateboarding game. Like, can you just leave me in the corner and let me skate and do my own thing? Because that's how I enjoy these games. But I do hope that this game is gonna deliver. It's gonna be great. I think we're gonna be in early access sometime this year, hopefully soon. That's what they're saying. But Skate is a franchise that I absolutely adore, and I've played 1, 2, and 3 so much. Like I've put so many hours into these games, and where I've always enjoyed the Tony Hawk games for their arcadey nature, Skate always felt so good to play because it always felt grounded. And it's like a skateboarding simulator. The physics were always really, really good. The flip tricks, you're doing tricks with the right stick, always felt really, really satisfying to pull off. I'm just really excited for Skate. I can't wait to play this game, to be honest. It's shaping up to look like it's going to be a really good game. But we'll have to wait and see on that, right? The second game that I want to talk about for this year, and I don't even know if this game is going to come out this year, just because I feel like every time we see gameplay of it, it's kind of like a trailer, and then like you never hear anything else about it. And that game is Fable. Fable is on my list just because I was such a huge fan of the original Fable back on the original Xbox. That was like one of my favorite games on that Xbox. There was just something so magical and awesome about the original Fable. The way you can like your character can get bigger if you put more into strength, and like your character grew older if you use a lot of magic, like just stuff like that. That was really, really creative, and at the time really moved things forward for me in terms of like like an RPG. And Fable, so the new Fable, again, I don't even know if this game is going to get released. I don't even know if some of these games that I'm going to be talking about get released. But I'm hoping, and I hope that these games come out in 2025. But there is, obviously, some of these games can get delayed into 2026, which is pretty far from now. But Fable, I'm still excited for this game, even though I want to see more. I want to see gameplay. I want to see, like, what is this game, right? because we've seen trailers and they seem kind of whimsical, and Fable has that like that witty humor. It looks like the trailers, it's like in engine. The game looks really good from these trailers, but we haven't seen like real raw gameplay. They're just kind of like they just kind of move quickly, and they're more cinematic. I don't know what's going on with Fable, because we've had what, like 2 or 3 trailers, and like they've just been trailers. No gameplay, no information. What is this going to be like? Is it open world? What are the systems and mechanics? What does it feel like? So on and so forth. So Fable's on my list, even though like I really want to see more of this game, and I think a lot of people are just ready to see more of the game. Another game that we need to talk about, just because, I mean, come on, man. It's Metal Gear Solid 3 Delta, I think the name is now. Dude, I can't wait for this game, especially since Konami's kind of back into the picture. I think they did a really good job with, handling the Silent Hill 2 remake. Bloober Team did that. But Konami, man, they're obviously behind these projects, and it looks like they're really trying to do the right thing here with these games. Be faithful as possible. I really love Silent Hill 2. It was one of my favorite games of 2024, even though I forgot to put the game on the list. Like, I can't believe, I remember like rewatching my whole video, and I was like, wait, something's missing here. And it was Silent Hill 2. And that game was a really good game, and I expect the same for Metal Gear Solid 3. From what we've seen, from all the little trailers and gameplays for that, we've seen long format gameplays for that game. Dude, it looks faithful. It looks like it's representing the game. The new engine, the gameplay, the graphics, all that stuff. I can't wait to get in and play that game. Big Metal Gear Solid fan, so that is on my list, high on my list. Another game I want to talk about is Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. Now, I never played the first, but I heard good things, and I know, the developer was really trying to do things here, but maybe they were limited because they're an indie developer, and they're smaller in scale, and they didn't maybe have the budget for a bigger game where they couldn't maybe do things in the first. It looks like they're going all out with the second one, and this game seems like it's still an indie niche type of game, but I do really believe that this game is gonna be a really good game. I think it's a sleeper. And I think it's going to surprise us big time this year. I'm excited for this game. We're going to have to wait and see how the game kind of, plays. I know there's people out there that have played it. They've talked positively about the game. And I want to get my hands on it, man, just because it seems like it's an RPG that has depth, that has consequences, your actions, all of these things. It seems pretty immersive. And it seems promising. Like this second title seems like, they're going all out, in larger in scale, bigger, better, hopefully. Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. That's on my list. That's coming out soon, and I'm definitely going to be playing that. I'll be covering that game. Ghost of Yotei. Come on now, man. Ghost of Yotei. Can't wait for that game. Huge Ghost of Tsushima fan. I thought that was one of the best games on the PS4. Such an amazing game, down to the story and the main character, Jin, and the gameplay, the combat, the beauty of that world. And what Sucker Punch was able to do with that game, my God, I loved every moment of it. I really, really walked away from that game just impressed on every level. I was addicted to the combat. The combat just felt so gritty and satisfying and amazing. And it I don't know why this game kept being compared to Assassin's Creed, but it did not feel like Assassin's Creed at all. These were completely different games. And I feel like people do that thing sometimes where they're like, they always want to compare games to games that have no really resemblance to them. Anyways, Ghost of Yotei, dude, I am so looking forward to another Ghost of Tsushima style game. New protagonist, new location. I'm all for it, man. Can't wait to play this game. And Ghost of Yotei, man, high on my list. Another game that I'm really excited for 2025, of course, Doom, The Dark Ages. I love Doom. When they rebooted it, and then Doom Eternal. These are games that I know not everybody loves, but dude, it's Doom. You know what I mean? Like, like I am such a huge fan of first-person shooters to this day. I remember my first-person shooter ever, Turok 2 Seeds of Evil back on the 64. That really introduced me to first-person shooters, and I fell in love with the genre. Then obviously we got like Halo over the years and Call of Duty and all these things. Doom is a franchise that I absolutely love. Every time I play Doom, I'm having a great time. The fast-paced nature, the hectic, chaotic, gameplay, the music, the way it ramps up, everything, they're always just so much fun to play, and they're just so crazy. And Doom, The Dark Ages, man, looks like, I don't know, it's going back in time or something. You got a shield, you're riding a dragon. What's going on? I don't know, but I can't wait for this game, man. Doom Eternal was awesome. Like, I love that game. Can't wait for this one. This one's definitely on the list. Moving on, I want to talk about Monster Hunter Wilds, just because, I put this game on the list just because I just love what Capcom's been doing over the years. This is a company that just knows what they're doing. They're amazing, man. Big Resident Evil fan. I love what they've been doing with Resident Evil. It just seems like every game they release nowadays is just a banger. And I feel like it started with like Resident Evil 7. I remember when Resident Evil 7 came out, and like ever since, Capcom has just been like completely dominating and destroying. Even though I'm not the biggest Monster Hunter Wilds or Monster Hunter fan, I've played them. I am looking forward to this game. You got a mount this time around. It looks like it's going to be bigger, more immersive. The gameplay, taking down monsters. I'm definitely going to play it, just because of the Capcom name alone. Like, I'm excited for that game. And it looks really good. Can't wait to play that game. It looks really, really good. I know there's people that are like hardcore Monster Hunter fans. They can't wait for it. I'm excited for them. But yeah, put it on the list just because, Capcom is a company that I really believe in, and like they release really good games, and I think Monster Hunter Wild is probably going to be one of the best games that come out in 2025, in my opinion, for sure. Now, another game that I want to talk about, and I've talked about enough on this channel, but I'm going to be playing it, reviewing it, covering it, is Assassin's Creed Shadows. I've talked a lot about this game, but I'll just say one thing here. I'm excited for this game. I'm optimistic for it. I think it's going to release, and I think it's going to release and do well. I just hope that, so the gameplay looks like it's good. They're finally they're finally improving Assassin's Creed combat, which I've always kind of had an issue with in past Assassin's Creed. I always felt like they could do more, they can do better, add more animations, whatever. Graphically, the game looks really good. So these are two obvious things from what we've seen. What is the story going to look like? What are the characters going to look like? What are the quests going to look like? Am I going to be immersed into this world? Am I going to have fun playing this game? I think I will, but is it going to hook me in? Am I going to care about these characters? Is there gonna be emotion? Is it gonna capture things, right? How is the story gonna play out? I think that to me at this point, with everything we've seen here and there for the game, that is my biggest question at this point is story, quests, characters, world immersion, all of these things like world building, because the gameplay looks really good. Graphically, we know it's going to be amazing. What does the story look like, right? Am I going to care about these characters? Because I want to. And I put Assassin's Creed on this list because it's actually one of my most anticipated games of the year. Yes, I'm so excited for this game. I can't wait to get my hands on it. Another game that I'm really excited for, and I know a lot of people are not a big fan of this game. This game has really split a lot of people, is Death Stranding 2. Now, I haven't talked about Death Stranding on this channel just because I wasn't really making YouTube videos back then, but Death Stranding is a game that I absolutely loved. Look, you can say what you want about Death Stranding, and yes, it's not a perfect game. It is flawed in many ways, but I had such a good time with this game. You know, the point A to point B gameplay loop of like delivering packages in this like weird open world, setting. I just found myself really enjoying that gameplay loop. It was therapeutic. It was enjoyable. I thought the combat was bad. I thought like some elements of the game could really do better, but graphically, it was just so impressive. It was using the Decima engine from Horizon. It had Kojima behind it, cinematics and graphics and just like the weirdness of it. I really loved it and I digged it. I just loved all the sci-fi elements to the game. I loved that it was a walking simulator. It felt like I was on a journey. I was hiking. I was having this, like really like immersive journey experience every time I had packages that I had to go and deliver and everything. I don't know, man. There was a lot of things about the game that I wish could have been done better. I mean, I put over 100 hours into that game. I usually don't put that much time into a game unless I really enjoy it, and I genuinely enjoy Death Stranding. I can't wait for the second one. This is a game that's on my list. I think it's going to come out this year. I don't know, but I'm definitely excited for this game. And the last game on this list, just because I don't want to make this video crazy long, of course, GTA 6. I don't know if this game is going to release this year, like I said in the beginning of this video, but I hope it does. And if it doesn't, it's okay. We have a lot of games coming out this year, a lot of bangers that are going to keep us entertained. But I would be so stoked if GTA 6 comes out this year, just because I played and I've been playing Red Dead Redemption 2 a little bit in the background. And I've said this before, man. If Rockstar did that to Red Dead Redemption 2 6 years ago, I can't even imagine what they're going to do with GTA 6. I really do believe that this game is going to be like the biggest thing ever. I can't wait for it, man. I'm all for it. I can't wait to play the game. It's a little suspicious that we haven't seen a trailer 2 for the game, just because, it's been a while since the first one, right? And I don't know, man. Are they waiting to delay this game? Are they waiting to announce a delay before they announce trailer 2? Just to kind of keep the hype in check. Because I think if they release trailer 2 and then announce a delay, that wouldn't sit right with a lot of people. But GTA 6 is on the list for sure. Of course, there's a lot of other games that I can't wait to play for 2025. This is going to be an amazing year, and I can't wait for it. There's a couple of games that I am excited for, but I don't know too much about them, so I kind of left them out of the video. And what I love about every year when it comes to video games is there's always a couple of games that come out that surprise people. And there's been so many years in the past where I'm excited for these games, but then a game or two comes out from left field and it wasn't even on my radar, and it ended up being one of my favorite of the year. So just because this list is fairly small, I do think there's going to be a lot more games that surprise us this year, and I can't wait for that. But that's the video, guys. If you enjoyed it, hit that like button, consider subscribing, and if you are, I appreciate you. Let me know down in the comments section below what games you're excited for. Can't wait to read those. And that's the video. Take it easy. Peace.